we absolutely can predict all the times that people like Sadiq Khan, the mayor of London, are going to be saying that immigration is a great thing because you know that this is the big replacement. This is the way that they destroy culture, and this is the way that they subjugate the general public. Because of immigration, in this case, in most cases in the Western world, is about control. Even so, Larry Fink of BlackRock now says countries that avoided, look at this, countries that avoided mass immigration will be better positioned for the future. Okay, did he really say this? Mass immigration was always a scam to destabilize the West. That's why China admits almost zero refugees. Let's watch this clip.
You know, we always used to think shrinking population is a cause for negative growth. But in my conversations with the leadership of these large developed countries that have xenophobic immigration policies, they don't allow anybody to come in, shrinking unemployment, shrinking demographics, these countries will rapidly develop robotics and AI and technology. And if the promise, I didn't say it's going to happen, but if the promise of all that transforms productivity, which most of us think it will, we'll be able to elevate the standard of living of countries and the standard of living of individuals, even with shrinking populations. And so the paradigm of negative population growth is going to be changing. And the social problems that one will have in substituting humans for machines is going to be far easier in those countries that have declining populations.
Okay, I think that we have a right at the moment in humanity in which you have to pick your poison. I remember when I made those jokes about pick your poison. Who do you prefer, Meghan Markle or Amber Heard? You want a poison that kills you quickly or kills you slowly. So the poison that you have to pick right now is you want unmitigated, unfiltered immigration of abroadians to your country, or do you want robots and AI taking away your jobs? You have 10 seconds to decide. Or no, they're going to decide for you, of course. They're going to decide for you. But for the time being, Sadiq Khan is not paying attention to that. He's saying that he speaks as Fabian Society about migrant takeover of Britain. He says Labour's priorities should be to promote more immigration and speed up the process of British natives being replaced. These people are the enemy. That has been the plan. That's not going to change. That's what I am really concerned about the UK. Before we read this, I'm concerned about things like this. This is why I really would like to visit the UK. I have so many friends in there, but UK government to make banter illegal in pubs. Staff must report to police if they overhear any joke, remark, or convo an employee finds offensive. Laura Young calls it insanity Labour turning every bar into a snitch zone. RIP British banter, this is Big Natty State. This is basically Cuba. This is basically Cuba. I prefer AI to Ken. I prefer AI. I prefer an AI overlord instead of Sadiq Khan. I certainly prefer that. What else do we have here? For example, it's like they say that they like this diversity, they all for diversity, but when it comes to diversity, some cultures are more, more equal than others. Tommy Robinson, another new normal day in Sadiq Khan's mother London, where a walk in the name of Jesus is banned to, quote, avoid provoking Muslims. Yeah, this is a thing. In London, a walk with Jesus march was banned to not provoke the Muslim community. And my question is, why aren't the LGBTQ2SCCTV, the LGBTQ, well, you know what I'm talking about, those parades and events and marches, why aren't those also banned? because those are going to provoke the Muslim community as well. So let me get it straight. You, as a Muslim, you can pray on the street, in the middle of the street, and you can't do anything about that. As LGBTQ2SS, blah, 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 you can go to your parades, to your events, everything, and that's okay. But as a Christian, you cannot. You see the hypocrisy in here? That's the thing. You ask that question. Yeah, at some point we this is like a cheat code for a video game. This is like a cheat code for a video game to unlock I don't know what, the rainbow color armor. That it comes time to reset the immigration debate. He says to reset the immigration debate, and he posts this on X, and he has his comments logged. Nobody can reply to Sadiq Khan, so this is not really a debate. Immigration debate has been dictated by the hysteria, hatred, and fear-mongering of the far right. They paint a dystopian picture of London as a city that's fallen, and let's be frank, they do so because they can't stand what London represents, a city that's diverse, progressive, and thriving. What New York is going to turn into very soon. And by the way, Zohran Mamdani already stated that I think that was childcare was going to be for I think the childcare is I don't know if it was healthcare or what, but yeah, illegals. You were going to pay for illegals. Your taxes were going to pay for illegals as well, which is crazy. It's just crazy. The drastic fall in legal migration provides a unique opportunity for progressives to reset the immigration debate and to take the public with us. There is a clear path that could allow us to highlight the benefits of immigration. I would like to know what are those benefits. There are benefits, of course, if the immigration is legal, and if, of course, it has a filter. You want the right people to enter your country. I am not against immigration. I can't be against immigration. I am a migrant myself, but I did things the right way, the legal way, and I make sure that every single country that I've lived in, I try to bring bring my business to that country, and I think that be a net positive to my community in every country that I have lived. So immigration is not the problem. The problem is when you have unfiltered immigration and you basically, let's say you take away from your citizens, from the natives, so basically the Abroadians can have everything. And I'm going to repeat this sentence that I sometimes say. I haven't said this in a while, and I certainly haven't said this in this year. Nobody hates an illegal migrant more than a legal migrant. And I can tell you, I am the perfect example of this. I hate illegal migrants with a passion. And you're going to ask me as well, Jesus, but don't you have family and friends who are illegal migrants? Yes, and they do know that I'm keeping an eye on them, and I'm telling you, are you doing everything in your power to not be a nuisance and not get into trouble, be of service to your community and regularize your status as soon as possible? Because, yeah, if you're gonna do things the wrong way, then at least try to. If you're gonna do the things the wrong way, try to do them the right way. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's my opinion in the whole thing. Many angles to this, but it's obvious, more than obvious, that the angle that Sadiq Khan and other leaders in the Western world are rooting for is not precisely the betterment of society. It's not the improvement of communities. It's the complete opposite. But again, I would love to know what you think about this in the comments. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Power Pundit. Much love and bliss.